It's a quick recording that I'm doing here. I'm back at the farm. As you can see, there's quite a lot that I need to show you. What I wanted to bring to you to attention is about the crops on the other side. But I just wanted to quickly show you how big the corn is here. You can see the little corn that I've been recording in is quite big at the moment. And it's about a month and a few weeks out before we can start harvesting this. I'll keep you posted about this, but the main subject why I'm recording this video is about the crops that are on the other side. When I did a quick inspection there, I've noticed that they are developing some yellowish leaves, which is an issue with the changing of the weather here in Malawi. We are moving out of the rain season into winter now. With winter, it's kind of like you're moving from the hot weather time, which is humid and hot, into cold weather now. And that kind of like affects some of the crops. And the crops that are on the other side have been affected. And when I inspected them, I can see that this is an emergency because right now, these crops, they are at a very critical point where they've started now flowering here and there. And when they are at this critical point where they are flowering, if we leave them to chances and not remedy the situation, we might end up sort of like having them trees shedding a lot of flowers, which is not good news because we want each and every flower that's coming out of those bean trees to actually bear some fruit. And with what I've seen, that is not going to be possible for for most of the trees, simply because there is that issue with the yellowish color of leaves that's turning because of this condition. I need to buy the booster fertilizer as well as a few other chemicals that I need to apply there, and I just don't have the budget to meet that as an emergency expense, which I didn't see it coming. But we are here, and it's got to be done. That's why I have to be able to capture that. And if we can't do it as a lump sum, I'm okay to do it half of the field this week and the half of the field the other week. At least if anything went wrong with the crops, half of the field would have been remedied. It's coming as part of your expense this time around. But it's an emergency that I can't neglect. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. As you can see, some of these beans have started flowering. But then if you look around here, you can notice that some of them are beginning to show some yellowish colors. This is a problem for me at the moment, which means I need to apply the booster fertilizers, that the one that you normally pump in, and is mixed with some chemicals, just to make sure that we can bring the crop to the finishing line. You can see some of them, they're showing some yellow leaves. It's not rampant, but to make sure that we can bring the crops to the finish line, this issue has to be resolved as quickly as possible. If you can see here on this part, you can see that the crop is really looking good. It's not just this part that has worried me. You can see there are patches here and there, but this is not unique to only these crops. It can affect these other crops if I don't remedy this, because I don't know the English word for this. I would have told you, but in our local language, It's a condition that comes with the changing of warm weather to cold weather, because at the moment in this part of the world we are going into winter now. In UK you are going into summer. Here in Africa, especially in this country in Malawi, you are going into winter now. So the change of this weather is what causes this to start this yellowish thing, and the solution is to apply some uh, chemical fertilizer and another chemical that prevents the trees from shedding. Because when the yellow leaves are doing like this is not just the shortage of nutrients. You can see if I dig, you can see that there's enough moisture there in the ground. So it's not because they're running out of water. This is just because of that condition. So we have to make sure that we bring in that booster so we can spray the whole crop. And this is not the budget that I have in place at the moment. You can see the beans, uh, they are flowering now, and this time around, if I don't spray them, they are going to start shedding the flowers that they are bringing out. Can you see? So I have to make sure that I spray them this week or next week, and make sure that as the flowers are coming out, they don't shed them, because this yellowish color is what could affect them. And if you can see that part over there, you can see those spots. So yeah, let's bring this crop across the finishing line. Okay.